So I haven't done this for a while, have I? Welcome to the Raw review starring azzgeek himself. Let's go. So the first thing you saw on Raw was John Cena come down. And that's when you knew already, in the first minutes, you knew the show was going down to the shit when he was coming out. You have him cut a typical promo which we see and we're tired of when we keep watching the crap. So we have him cut the promo, and then you have the Elimination Chamber competitors come down to the ring. I believe they said something or whatever. They come down the ring. Ultimately, it just sets up Daniel Bryan versus Christian, which we got in the first match. Wasn't a bad match, to be honest. You have Daniel Bryan beat Christian, which is the way, which should have happened. You know, it was the right decision. It's the right booking decision, making Daniel Bryan strong. I believe they've now turned Christian heel for some reason. I don't know why. It's a bit silly in my opinion. Is there any reason? There's not. There really isn't. There's no reason. So after the match, you then get the setup of Daniel Bryan versus Kane. And you just have Kane pretty much obliterate Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan ends up winning by disqualification. This is really just hyping up the feud between Daniel Bryan and the Authority. And obviously this is foreshadowing WrestleMania 30 with Daniel Bryan versus Triple H, which I do strongly believe is going to happen. This, in my opinion, this segment actually indicated what might happen at Elimination Chamber. I don't think Daniel Bryan's going to win the Elimination Chamber, unfortunately, but I think that Kane's going to have some involvement in the Elimination Chamber match, perhaps. Maybe screw Daniel Bryan in the match. Shows that he's, he needs to overcome the Authority, and it leads to the WrestleMania match between him and Triple H. So afterwards, you then get Fandango versus Santino. You have Emma with Santino as well, and Summer Rae obviously with Fandango. This, in my opinion, was crap. It was rubbish. I watched NXT. I've watched Emma as a wrestler in NXT. She can wrestle, and how they are bringing her into the WWE, into Raw, and how they're showing her off, you know, showing what she is, what she can do, well, I think that's crap. It's rubbish. I mean, you have some, you end up having Santino and her nearly kiss or something. That's not my cup of tea, unfortunately. In my opinion, it's not my cup of tea. I didn't really want to see it. I think you can feature, I think you can feature, I think you can feature Emma much more better WWE than what you were doing right now, because she can wrestle, and I think she could have a match with AJ Lee, maybe at a WrestleMania, maybe. That would be a match, a Divas match, which people can get invested in. So after that snore fest, we actually come to something which I was really looking forward to, and this was Roman Reigns versus Mark Henry. You're bringing Roman Reigns up to a big, even maybe a babyface monster-like character, featured him really strongly, WWE. They really are, and they featured him strongly again in this segment where you have Roman Reigns beat Mark Henry by the spear, which is really nice. Afterwards, you end up having Ambrose attacking Henry, and you do see this the relationship between Roman Reigns and Ambrose. You have Roman Reigns thinking, "Oh, what are you doing? You coward! I went up you. You know, I could do something which you couldn't do, and I beat Mark Henry, which you couldn't do, Ambrose." You know, they're just planting the seeds here for the breakup of the Shield, and they're really highlighting Roman Reigns as the superior one out of the three, and they're definitely highlighting a rivalry between Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. After showing the tension between the two, you end up having the Wyatt come down, and they just have a face-off again. The Wyatts and Shield have a face-off again. I talked about in the previous video, it was just a carbon copy of that, really. But things did get interesting later on in the show, which I'll talk about soon. We then come to Jack Swagger and Kofi Kingston, and Jack Swagger beats Kofi Kingston in an ankle lock, and Kofi Kingston taps out. A few weeks ago, didn't Kofi Kingston beat Randy Orton clean? Oh yes, that's the face of the company. But you have Jack Swagger beat Kofi Kingston. You know, I feel very sorry for Kofi Kingston. I really do. I really wish they pushed the guy. I understand why they put Jack Swagger over here, but really, is there any need? Isn't it Black History Month? And then they have Kofi Kingston just lose and just job. They let him have a victory over Randy Orton, but when it comes to someone like a Jack Swagger, they're like, no, we'll have Kofi Kingston lose. So then we have Jack Swagger look stronger against Big E. And already with that rivalry, you say rivalry, that match going on at Elimination Chamber, you already know who the winner's going to be. You don't need to make Jack Swagger look stronger. Why don't you have Kofi Kingston win this? He beat Randy Orton, so why can't he beat Jack Swagger? I don't know that. I think anyone who doesn't watch wrestling would think if you could beat the guy, then you could beat anybody. Something like which Ric Flair used to say, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I just don't get it. You then have Big E in a squash match against Jinder Mahal and Drew McIntyre. Obviously, Big E wins this. They don't really highlight a rivalry with Big E and Jack Swagger. There's not much interaction really going on. More of Zeb Coulter really talking. But this whole rivalry, I don't really care, to be honest. Hopefully we'll just give Big E a win at a pay-per-view. That's all it really is intended to do. So probably the main talking point of this show was John Cena versus Antonio Cesaro. Now, not gonna lie, this match was good. Okay, it was a good match. Okay, Antonio Cesaro. He showed greatness in this match, in my opinion. He really did. Highlight. He was the highlight of this show, in my opinion. Cesaro, fantastic work he did. You know, he made the match. He made John Cena even look good. I mean, he made himself look good. He made the match really good. And what I don't understand is why John Cena won this. You know, when I saw that, I got angry. I did. Of course I was going to get angry. I don't like John Cena. Fuck John Cena. Antonio Cesaro carried that match. He made it really good. And you could see he put all that work and effort into it. You know, all these moves he was doing. And you have a new guy of Antonio Cesaro, a newer talent, you know. Brought him in, I think it was in 2011, 12-ish time, I believe. And they haven't really done much with him. They put him in the Real Americans with Jack Swagger. I mean, that didn't really, it pushed him up a little, but not too much. But hopefully he's now getting a bit more of a push. But the thing is, he beat Randy Orton, okay? He beat Randy Orton on SmackDown. That's great. Absolutely fantastic. Clean. I mean, that's crazy, okay? But then loses to John Cena later on. But Randy Orton could beat John Cena, and he beat him at Royal Rumble. It's just the WWE logic I don't understand. And it's crap. You have a newer talent. You need to put over the newer talent. John Cena never puts over talent. And if he does, it's never cleanly. There's always an excuse. Always. I can't stand the guy. I think he ruins a lot of the whole show, in my opinion. I think he ruins a lot. You know, he's ruining new guys who come to the company, and he just buries them. Unfortunately, I don't like the guy. Never really have, to be honest. Kind of liked him when he come in, but you know, as a newer talent, and people put him over. But when it comes to him, he won't put anyone else over, and I lose all respect for that. At least Randy Orton, I hate Randy Orton, okay, but at least Randy Orton actually puts over newer talent. He put over Kofi Kingston. You never see John Cena put over Kofi Kingston. You never see him put over Antonio Cesaro. Showed in this match, didn't it? Nah, it's crap. Rubbish. So you then have the Wyatts beat Botch Cara and the Los Matadors, who are completely irrelevant. I remember when they were really hyping them up, but they're just a bit of a flop, really. You have the Wyatts win this, of course, just to make them look stronger against the Shield at Elimination Chamber. So at Elimination Chamber, we are having the Usos versus the New Age Outlaws for the Tag Team Championship belts. I thought this was going to happen at WrestleMania, in my opinion. I think it should have, because it would have been a nice way to... something which John Cena doesn't do is put over newer talent, especially at WrestleMania, the biggest event in wrestling, sports entertainment. And I don't understand why it's on the Elimination Chamber. Maybe they're trying to do something at WrestleMania. I don't know. I thought WrestleMania was just time for the Usos to beat the New Age Outlaws for the Tag Team Championships and have their moment at a WrestleMania. But we get an Elimination Chamber. But on Raw we had Jey Uso versus Billy Gunn. Jey Uso wins. And I'm kind of looking forward to the match at the Elimination Chamber. I am. At least we're kind of getting it. Just thought it should have been at WrestleMania. So for the main event we had Randy Orton versus No Pint Sheamus. You know the last time this happened, didn't you? Oh boy, they got owned. But on this time, you know, we didn't obviously have the crowd like we did last time. Unfortunately. You know what I'm talking about though. Anyway, who cares about this match? Because I didn't. No one cared about this match. You have the Shield attack Sheamus for... I think it's because of the qualification... the qualification match. To go into the Elimination Chamber match. I think that's why they attacked Sheamus. I think. I think that's the simple option to go with, I believe, to think of. Anyway, you pretty much have every fucker come down anyway to fight, which ends the show. You even have the Wyatts come in with the and actually attack the Shield. They exchange punches, and the crowd popped for that, so that was really nice. It was just a typical cliche ending to a Raw on a go home show for Elimination Chamber. You know, we had all the Elimination Chamber participants and the Wyatts and the Shield, all of those members. So it was one of those typical endings. At least they're highlighting them two matches to be the biggest matches. You know, I mean, the match I'm most looking forward to at Elimination Chamber is the Shield versus the Wyatts. I think a lot can happen in that. Especially on the road to WrestleMania and what they might do to someone like a Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns, the breakup, what they can do with the Wyatts after feuding with the Shield, what they're going to do with Roman Reigns with the Shield, with the breakup. That's what I'm interested in. It's really what I'm interested in. And that's the lead up to WrestleMania. And that is pretty much all I care about right now. And I say that because right now the road to WrestleMania is... it's right down there. It's crap. It's garbage. So I hope you enjoyed the Raw review, which I haven't done in a long time actually. I really haven't. I enjoyed doing this today. I even stayed up to watch Raw at 1 in the morning to 4. 3 hours. I don't think I'll be doing that again, to be honest. I'm in the summer holidays. It's not even summer. I'm in the holidays at school at the moment. So that's why I did. I thought, why not? I ain't done this in a while. Let's just do it. And it didn't really pay off, really, did it? It was a bit... I don't know. It wasn't a great Raw, in my opinion, anyway. That's just me, though. But I hope you enjoyed the review more than the show like me. Until next time, guys. See ya.